Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the Kabbalah block server standing next to my diamond chest because I give him a hug every now and then, go, pet, 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 who's a good diamond chest? You're a good diamond chest, because it's just massive and it does everything I've been needing it. It has been fantastic as a storage option. One thing that I have in the description of all these Kabbalah block videos is a link to Kreezel's Discord, and I'm gonna ready for a little bit about how great it is working with Kreezel on a mod pack, because he's very responsive to comments and feedback and suggestions and money. And one of the things that in the last episode I was kind of ranting a little bit about the fact that I'm looking at over 100 days to get all of the million Nether Stars and some of the other quests, because a million is a really big number. And I showed him some, layouts of how fast my mob farm was running, and how that would take something like 140 days to process. And that's just a long time. And I hadn't even looked really at what was necessary for making the cooking recipes, and a million of those, where you had 4 different recipes to make the final dessert. That means you needed to make 4 million of those foods, which had multiple steps, which means 4 million at least wheat and sweet berries and all these other things. And the feedback that sweet berries weren't in the game, although he added a recipe for that. So yay! And very, very fast in his reactions. And he posted an update to the game where he changed a lot of the big quest. So if we take a look at the quests right now, wrong quest. Let's go look at the fluff for stone, and things have changed. It's no longer a million Nether Stars. It's now 1,000. So that's much more doable. Yeah, still a million logs, still a million nuggets. Those are very, very doable, still very doable. Only 500 of these 2 meals, which is very doable still. A million, for the cobble and the string and the carrots, yeah, very doable. But the 2 guns instead of a million are only 100. And 1,000 crushing wheels and 100 jetpacks. 1,000 levels, I was saying that should remain, because you can get there just by making stacks of iron blocks into ancient debris. You get the ancient debris for making your netherite, which is great, but you need about 7, 8, 9 stacks of those, and you've got it. So it's doable. This is a quarter, so only 250,000 crying obsidian, definitely doable. Only 10,000 of these. I'm using EMC because I'm not going to kill me 10,000 turtles. So there's definitely been change. This went from a million to a billion because he reacted and saw my video and was going, yeah, a million was cake. It was super easy. And a billion is also not that hard, because overnight I had 2 billion in my battery and I don't know how long it was full. So that's the change. I'm really, really glad for that. I was stuck in a weird state. Right now it shows 1,000 and I only have 512 in here, because I had 512 Nether Stars here. Right now my system is making magenta matter instead of Nether Stars. So I was able to, using Kreezel's support, to go through and zero out my progress on this, because I had 18,000 Nether Stars by the time I was done with this, and so I was able to reset this down to 0, and it just slurped in all of those stars over there. So what I'm gonna do, let's see, stars. I'm gonna go ahead. Wow, I don't have any. I'm gonna have to definitely make some more. I'm gonna start with 64 here, because I have plenty of skulls and sand. Let's start that. And let's take a quick look at the, yeah, it's Icy was talking about his mining dimension portal is nothing but ocean, which is, I would say, bad luck. So there's the wither dead. I did make one quick change to the setup, and I'll show it off before it explodes. I moved the chest up one and had the little conduit and an additional redstone repeater because of the difference between single player and multiplayer servers. Single player, the tick is very, very, very consistent, and that worked 100%. I ran 2 or 3 64 stacks through, and it worked every single time. Here on the server, because servers, it's not just me. There's a lot of other processes going on, and so the tick you can get some weird behavior. I had to add that second repeater in there, and once I did that, then these worked 100% with sets of 64. And I typically won't go more than 64 just because I want to have small batches, and if something breaks, I lose all the contents because they've been stored internally. I'm not sure if I cancel them, if I get them back or not. And, I don't want to lose them. Anyway, so that is processing along. How are we for skulls? Oh, we got a couple more. Gimme, 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 gimme. And yeah, I would just let that run and process. Yeah, we're getting more of these little pillars here. This is OU812 has been dropping stuff by. I'm pretty sure. He's never confessed, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to hunt these skulls into more wither skulls. Go, go, go. And check here. Yep, things are going fine. The quarry I've got is still running like gangbusters, and that's funneling through. I hit a one of those mine shafts, and so I got a lot of oak planks and torches and stuff like that from there. And so I just fed them into my ender chest. They just make EMC. Anything that I pick up that's trash I don't want, I'll EMC it if it has EMC, or if it doesn't, like the various skulls or heads or whatnot. Yeah, like this. The iron golem head doesn't have any EMC, so I can't put it in here. I think it just will stay. Okay, I'm gonna break things. I just Yeah, see, it'll just stay in there because it can't get put into the alchemical chest to get converted. Actually, energy condenser. But anyway, so I just dump the non-EMC stuff into my smelter, and anything that doesn't have a smelter recipe just gets chewed up and, well, burnt up, and it's gone. So there's my trash cans right there, which works out very nicely. And we've already done 10 Nether Stars in just that. So I'm perfectly okay, even though I was over 18,000 and I could have just completed this quest. I'm perfectly okay with letting my mob farm go ahead and do the grinding for me to get my 1,000 Nether Stars, plus a few more that I want to keep, and then I'll proceed on with the next quest. And there are my 1,000 Nether Stars that I need, plus I did a few more yeah, so 93, so almost 100 more, just so that I would have them for me, and that completed the quest. Now, one of the things that I did do just for fun, when I broke this, changed it to a different the breaking didn't make any difference, but when I tried changing this to a different quest and then back, it didn't change. That told me that this information here is pulling out of my quest information. Switch it over here. So I said, oh, I would like to have a representation of what I've been doing. So I made a bunch more task screens. And here's my quest completion. So, I've done my cobblestone and it's got green. It's orange if nothing's been done, yellow if some has been done, stuff like that. So I've got the nuggets, I've got the Nether Stars now, I've got the levels. This is going to be interesting because I can't submit anything to this. It says it's partially done because I got the green check mark before this quest changed, and that didn't get updated. So it still says I'm done. I'm curious as to what that's gonna do. Anyway, so this is a fun little representation of what's gonna do. Oh, in the background there, I raised my mob farm, and I've got a little AFK platform right in there because I took my cave spider spawner, stuck it in there, and went ahead and grabbed 2 blaze spawners and stuck it in there. But that means I have to be close when I AFK. And that's okay. That's why this went up like 40K when I AFK'd last night, and that works out well. So the next thing I'm looking at is doing the crafting wheels. Now the nice thing is that this recipe provides 2 wheels for me. The drawback is it's a lot of things because I need to make 1,000, which means I need 500 of this any stone, and gravel works, and I'm not using it for anything else. So I'll use that. I needed 500 times 4 of these oak planks. Well, I just ran a recipe to give me 2,000 of those, and that was good. Now there's 16 of these times 500, and that's 8,000 of these andesite alloy, which I have just, I think it's like 8,033 plus this one 34. And then that's fine. Uh, Except Kriesel just changed the recipe in just the last pack, so now it makes 4 instead of 2 when you use the zinc. And I went, I should have waited because I made them last night. Oh well, I don't care. Here's what I'm doing to speed this process up. I went ahead and tied it into my network. And then each one of these exporters has a recipe on it. And so that you do an andesite, and you do an andesite, and you do an andesite alloy. And if we take a look over here, it's pushed them in. So this is the completed recipe. And as long as I have the bits in my network, it will go ahead and push them into here, which is fine. The other thing that I did is right in the center, as far as the one granite does, I've gone ahead and put a detector on here. So if I have 994, well, actually higher than that. So when it gets 996, of these crushing wheels, or possibly 995, because this down here is an importer, so it's going to suck up the wheels as they get created, and it's not super fast. There's no upgrades on this, so it'll do it one at a time. So when it hits 995, then this will go ahead and output a signal that says emit a signal when above the amount, and this guy right here is configured to only work without a redstone signal. I don't want this to just generate more and more and more and more, because that would be a pain in the tuchus. So let's just stick that in there and let it get sucked away. All right, I think at this point, I just need to turn on the power. Oh, and now I'm going to get... hi, you. Go away. And you die, too. There you go. Any more? Any more? Any more? Nope. All right, so this is just munching around really fast. And do we have any backlog in here? Nope, they get sucked in really fast. All right, cool. Let me grab that little piece there. So I need to grab a few granite for me. Oh yeah, I decided to make a couple little trees because, you know, fun. And they have little growth particles when I torque it around here, because this is rooted dirt and it makes roots underneath, which is funky. Anyway, let's dump this off. And I need a couple, that would make 46. I just need 2 of these. And I just need to wait until it makes all of my wheels. Let's take a look at the wheels that it's making. I don't have any automation that's actually happening for this, but yeah, there it is, 52, 54. I could actually do this with EMC. This is easy enough to do with automation. I'm doing it with automation. I am really glad that I set it for say 994 or greater, because it crafted a few more extra just because it had already pushed all the items out. Anyway, so I just need 1 craft to complete this. Let's run out there and do so. Because this is such a fast mechanical crafters with this electric motor, it goes really fast. All right, so I'm gonna plop that in there. And that should be my final. I do want to get rid of all of these things because I don't think I need them anymore. Let's break you first. And then I'm going to break you. I have my magnet turned off, I believe. Anyway, so that's all done. Let's hand in this quest. because at this point, that's took, I think, the least amount of time of all of them, just because it went so fast. Maybe 10, 15 minutes, something like that. Not crafting, I went crushing. There we go. 1K, perfectly. Yep, 1,000. Let's grab them all. Can I hold them all? Yes, I can. This is set up to accept the quest. I changed that so it now accepts crushing wheels, and I just need to dump this into one of these guys. And there goes. Feeding right in. Quest done. That fast. All right. So that really, really works nicely for me. The next thing I want to do, I want to try something over here. I need to get rid of all of these bits. Let's see. I think I just, yeah, I can just pull them all out. Okay, what I need is a 7x7, let me grab out my wrench because I'm going to be doing this. So it's a 3x3, but I normally have just been breaking the bits I don't need, but Kriesel was saying that if you break the chain on some of these things, so they're not connected, and then if I disconnect him, and oh, and this guy too. So these are just the bits that I need. All right, then let's grab these bits. So you go here, and then the egg goes there. It does work. Okay, cool. So yeah, you don't have to break everything like I did last time, as long as the crafting path is not in place. Oh, that just got sucked up into the system. To do scutes, to do the, yeah, scoot or scute. I could see it being pronounced in English either way. Anyway, so I don't know what the actual production or value is for that. So what I need to do is breed up 2 of those guys. And I also need some sand so that they can, I think they will lay their eggs only on sand. And then I need seagrass. I don't have any seagrass. Let's get some seagrass really fast. Because you need that to be able to breed them. And for that I need shears. And also I need to find the ocean, which is just right over here. And there should be some seagrass. Yeah, I can see it right. There we go. You and you. There's 2 pieces. That should be enough. Let's grab a few more because I can. All right, let's go home. I need to hit that key before I drown. Sky Teams home. There we go. It's icy too, or it's icy. Is on the pack, and he's been telling me all the stuff he's doing. He's been doing this Scute quest at the same time too. And let's make sure that we get all this out of the way. Oh, one thing I need to do is make sure that zombies don't get here, because zombies will stomp on turtle eggs, because they're real jerks. So will these golems, just because they don't care, they'll just walk around. So 1 egg, 2 egg, and this is their area. Let's grab some fences real quick. And block that off. I've been tossing some of my burnable items into here. A lot of the, because occasionally when I need to do a bulk crafting of stuff there, doing so with these fences and stuff I've gotten from the crafting dimension, the mining dimension. I've got craft on the brain right now. They instead of just turning it all into EMC or just bit bucketing it, I decided I'll actually use it, and so that's what I'm doing here. And there we go. So now this will stop zombies from coming in here, and it'll also stop the golems All right, just some light. And you're probably saying, Grok, you're using those diamond torches in your base to stop mobs from spawning. And that's true. However, because I have this batch here of villagers all asleep in their beds happily, uh, because I have these villagers here, I occasionally get zombie swarms that spawn right here or nearby, and then they come right here because they want to get to the villagers, but they can't. All right, so at this point, fly through the quest ring. I've got, where's the wheels? Over here. Wheels are done, which makes me super happy. And I was telling Kriesel, I said, don't add any more quests here because I like this arrangement. And of course, he's going to add more quests because that's what's going to happen. All right, these guys need to grow up, and then they need to breed, and then they'll lay eggs. And those eggs, I believe only from breeding and growing can you get Scute. I think I might, if I kill these two, all I need is one because I don't feel like killing, lots and lots of turtles because, that just seems mean to me. So I'll just wait for them. Well, they have grown up, and I keep looking at that as their eyes, but no, that's their noses. There's eyes are on the side. Let's feed you, and let them have a little privacy to put some more eggs down. I'm not sure if these will count for making scoots, or if it's the eggs that hatch afterwards that will do it. We'll find out. Let them do their thing, and then I'm going to chop one of these guys up. As it seems to the one on the left is laying the eggs. The one on the right is going to be the victim. Oh, there we go. It sounds like it happened. Scute. Scute. I was wondering whether it was scoot or scute, and looked at the Merriam-Webster dictionary, and it says that both are valid. It listed scoot first, and since it comes from a Latin word meaning shield, and that's what that shield carapace, that you get on the back, that's what we're looking for. To me, it makes sense to go ahead and pronounce it scoot. I'm thinking probably scute, just like cute, has that little diphthong in there of the YU. That came later. And you're going to become dead. Okay, let me make sure I don't step on those. And I want to... Okay, I didn't get anything. What about you? Oh, I knocked him over. I think I got seagrass out of him. Okay, so I'm guessing these guys, when they hatch, because they were naturally laid as opposed to crafted, they should get me the scoots. And I really don't want to kill, 10,000 turtles. Okay, so I was laboring under the false misunderstanding that as you killed them, they would drop scoots. But no, as these guys grew up from the teeny tiny of the turtles to the big size here, they dropped the scute. So, and I pronounced it both ways there just to be obnoxious. So what that means is I might have gotten a scoot from the other two. I'm not 100% sure. I have this set up here. Let's take and put that in there. And I want to keep one apart. And I'm going to put a scoots there. I already have 2. Now I need 10,000. And I need to grab this because I'm generating Klein Star Omegas as EMC holders. And let's come over here. I'm going to just generate over in one of these. Because if I look at this, it's got the ultimate pipe upgrade. So I'm going to take and put this in here. Boom. There's a whole bunch of scoots. Do some more scoots. Oh, this is only going to hold about 2,000 because I don't have any upgrades on that spot. And I need 10,000. let's see how well we're doing here. Oh, it's already pumped up 2,000 there. There's another 2,000 here. There's some more. There's a lot waiting here. Yeah, so this will work. I need to grab an upgrade because I typically like making sure I have upgrades in place before I mess with these, and I definitely failed that. Yeah, because I don't like backups anywhere. I want to make sure that I'm dealing well with all my stuff. Okay, so there's 5,000. I think I've got enough. I've got enough already. So there's 6,700. Yep. Okay. So as soon as this hits my 10K, then that will stop. And yeah, the whole reason why I do see making these with EMC as being kind of cheap, but I didn't want to go through and breed and kill a whole bunch of these turtles. And so I will spare their lives. There's the 10,000 scoot with a little bit left. This will just get fed back in as EMC. And I'm trying to remember if I actually plugged my Kleinstar Omega in place or if I failed that and it's building nothing. Oh no, I put it back in place. Okay, good. In that case, then that is done. In fact, I can just put these off to the side while I start prepping one final thing for this episode. I want to go ahead and set up here a way of getting milk because I'm going to need a lot of milk. Not so much for here, but for the other quest. Let's go look at this one. So the variety dessert platter, it's going to need all sorts of milk. This one, no. Oh, but I need cheese. Cheese needs milk. So there's one. And then the sweet roll is bread with milk. So there's two. The carrot cake needs milk. So that's three. And the carrot cake base, which needs batter, and batter is milk again. So there's four. Oh. And butter. I saw the butter in there. That's five. And then if we go back to the Neapolitan ice cream, waffles, flat cake batter, and there's more batter, so there's six. And then if we look at each one of these ice creams is again more milk plus chocolate. No, chocolate doesn't need milk. I lied, it does need milk in the sugar. So we're looking at 7, 8 different things of milk. I'm going to need a lot of milk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this item drain. If you put a bucket on the item drain, then it will drain out whatever's in the bucket, which is a fantastic mechanism. I'm going to take a mechanical pump so I can pull out up, and the arrow is pointing the way I want. Perfect. I don't have to wrench that. So that'll pull that out, and let's get some tanks here. And then we'll use these jumbo tanks to hold it. Will you point? Oh, it is pointing in there. Perfect. That will work. And I really don't care which order, if it's first or round robin, it's all the same to me. The next thing, I need a hopper here. And then I need a block. Let's grab a bit of dirt because I'm going to put a bit of dirt on top of the hopper. And I don't need to keep hitting B. I need a deployer. And I think if I point it that direction, I think if I point it this direction, it will point the way I want. Let's get rid of the dirt. And oh, it just rolled right over the item drain. Okay, I'm going to see that again because that was fun. Okay, so there's the deployer, and I need 2 of these brass funnels. I am going to put it on the correct surface. Let's stand here. I want one here and one underneath. Where's my wrench? Doink. Okay, so it's going down into here, and here's where I need 2 bouquets. So I'm going to take the empty bucket, and that will go through here. The deployer will use empty buckets, but I need... Oh yeah, I need a cow. Let's pull the cow out. Give me some milk, thank you very much, because I want to put milk here. Milk will come down, and in fact, if I put the milk in here, See how it rolled it in there, and then it just spits that out. And I've got some milk inside the drain. I can't right click to see how much it is, but that's how it is. And then I'm going to use a weighted ejector. I've not used this before, but if I crouch click this and then point down here and place it, that's the wrong direction. Let's break that. So if I crouch click this and then rotate around that way, there we go. So this will eject anything. You saw that rolling milk bucket, and when it emptied, it rolled on. It's going to roll onto this weighted ejector, and it'll eject it back into this funnel, which will accept it. And I only need one, just one bucket. That's all I need. Now I do need to put the cow someplace before he wanders away. Stop messing with that. I want to put the cow here. Gonna crouch click him on top of that, and then come here, Bessie. And I'm gonna put Bessie right here. Crouch right click. There's Bessie. Now this should do everything I need if I power this puppy up. So let's take, oh, I've got an ender gate already here. I'm gonna put you right there, and I've got it at 64. So let's see how well that runs. Oh, and then I need a bucket. So let's go ahead and put a bucket into the system. Roll. Patoing, it just shot it in there. The cow, the deployer just pushed it into the cow. And that's how you get milk. And it's working. Cool. Now I'm worried that the ejector might fail to spit it up into the brass funnel, but I'm hoping this will work. I don't really need this to go any faster just because this takes some time to drain. And I played with this in single player and it went pretty fast. And let's see where my milk is going. It is splitting amongst them all. That's fine. I don't care. What I can do, I have no fluid. Let's make some fluid so that we can, you know, I don't care. I don't really care. I will condense all of the, I will condense all of these into a separate bucket or a separate jumbo tank, just so that I can move that tank around to process other items. But yeah, I'm gonna need a lot. If we look at the quest line, and the guy on the server right now is going, why is there only 4 quest lines? Kreisel doesn't believe in the idea of hand-holding people through everything, just giving you some ideas and to clarify some stuff. Anyway, I need 500 of these times, I think it was like 8 or 10 different milk uses. Now, not all of them are full buckets. Some of them are a quarter bucket or a half bucket or a tenth of a bucket. I don't know about tenth. But some of them are full buckets. So if I figure I need 500 of these times 8, then that's 4,000 buckets worth of milk, which is all full of all 4 of these full. So once these are all 4 full, I think that is exactly what I need. I think what probably will happen is when these are all full and the pipes are all full and the drain is all full, then I think what's going to happen is the milk bucket will come across here. It can't drain. I don't know if it's going to just keep rolling on because it can't drain, or it sticks there waiting for space. If it rolls on, then it's going to be ejected up, but since it's a full milk bucket, it won't go in, and so it'll drop someplace and probably get kapooied. Or it may just sit here. I don't know. I don't know. I will drop a link in the description to the YouTube video I saw where the guy just outlined this, and I said, that's a pretty slick little system. I'll create with just a little bit of vanilla hopper there, and I'm using the Mob Mashers utility for these tanks because there's so much that they hold. To me, it's the best fluid holder for a single block. So anyway, I'm happy. I got through a bunch of different quests here. We've got the Scoot done. Oh, here, while we're talking about this, it was the crushing wheels and the Scoot. Let's see, crushing wheels, the Scoot. Oh, and we finally finished the Nether Star. Unless I'm confused, which is highly possible. There is a discussion of changing the XP in such a way that it requires liquid buckets of XP as opposed to levels. And I like that better, but it's going to be 10,000 buckets, I think. I think it's 10,000 or 100,000. It's not a million. That's too much. But I calculated it and told Kriesel that my mob farm would be able to do it in about 6 days for that quest by itself. And so it's a good enough quest size. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here, getting some quests done here on the Kabbalah block server and having a blast. And thanks for watching.